We'll open up questions for Coach Cramsey.
Cramsey, I know you guys haven't been in a live game yet, but just what is the coach-QB relationship with Brendan, the trust and helmet communication?
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time together these last, whatever it's been, 7-8 months. All three of us, Arrington, AJ, B. Lou, we spend a lot of time, as much as the NC2A allows us to spend together, and then, they're in that meeting room, which is connected to my office all day, every day. B. Lou, AJ, Aaron, they come in right around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. They're watching film. So we're spending a lot of time together. We're getting to know each other. We got to continue that process along. And I'm really excited to find out this Saturday and watch him play this Saturday and go from there. But, right now it's been great communication. He's very open, overly knowledgeable in football, played a lot of football. So things are going well right now.
And so going into this first game, what are you telling him? What are you looking for out of him?
Clean. Play clean football. Play within yourself, and then when things break down, then be the athlete that you are. But we need to play clean football week 1, game 1 is what we're looking for him, which is what he's done for 31 practices, which is why he was named the starter. He didn't walk in the program, Coach Silverfield said, hey, you're starting, good luck. He walked in the program in 15 spring practices the entire summer long, and I want to say 10 to 12 fall camp practices until he was told that. Okay, because you need to see consistency from a quarterback. You can't see flashes in the pan. You can't see a good play here or there. You need to see a guy who plays by the book, ABC 1, 2, 3, who understands his reads, who plays clean football, who follows the rules of the playbook. And then when things break down, then you create and use your athletic ability. Okay, as opposed to at times, some quarterbacks with his athletic ability want to drop back and create when you don't need to create. Consistency, ABC 1, 2, 3 through reads.
With his skill set, obviously, you don't want to give too much away, but what should people expect from this offense? What should they do?
Again, you're going to hate the answer. We're an offense that uses the speed that we have. I think we're fast at receiver. I think we're fast at running back. I think we're fast at quarterback. Our tight ends move well, so we need to be able to use our speed, give the ball to the guys as they're running fast. And be able to play that way with them. But again, I keep saying it, this weekend is about playing clean football. That's what we need to do, okay? People talk about week 1 stuff. Week 1 stuff is a excuse to make a mistake. Okay, you guys have, in the past, we've mentioned young quarterbacks, same type of philosophy. Call a kid a young quarterback, Brendan is not. But you call a kid a young quarterback, that's just a way to say, hey, it's okay if he makes a mistake, he's a young quarterback. No, it's not. If he's in the game, he's not a young quarterback. He's a starting quarterback. Okay, same thing with us right now. So we got to play clean football across the board. Let our skill sets and our athletic ability take over once the ball gets in your hands. But until that ball gets in your hands, you need to be running the route you're supposed to run, where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, own the ball, all that good stuff.
With the running backs, how do you envision the kind of breakdown between Greg and Sutton in terms of what their roles are and who's playing?
We got guys that can share reps all the way throughout. To me, the running back coach Marks, is responsible to get the substitutions in based off fatigue, based off making sure they're getting their drives and staying fresh and all that type of stuff. I don't really care, for lack of better terms. I mean, obviously I care, but it doesn't matter to me. I don't need to know Greg's in the game now. I don't need to know Sutton's in the game now because they have the same type of skill set. There'll be some packages where they're both on the field and playing football for us and stuff like that. But to me, both those guys are going to play a heck of a lot of football for us. Both those guys naturally, because they're running backs and the way the offense works, the ball's going to be in their hands. And each of them will have a handful of plays every week to make sure we can put them in space and let them be themselves.
How was a guy like Jamar Hawkins come along in order for you to get this fight?
You know what? Modern day college football, it's fun to watch a guy like Jamar because we've been together for 3 years. Sometimes you get a transfer in, he's here for 6 months. Jamar is a guy who came in, who bust his tail, and again, lack of better terms, waited his turn behind the veterans that we had the last couple of years, and now it's his turn to show. Okay, he's shown it in practice from the time he was a freshman. There is unbelievable development to where he is right now. He's had a tremendous spring, tremendous summer, tremendous fall camp. All expectations are that he's going to have a big year for us, but he's got to go out and do it on Saturday afternoons. And that's kind of where we are with a lot of guys in our program, and offensively speaking, we're either young or new. at each position. We feel really good about them and what they've done in fall camp and what they've done in summer, what they've done in spring ball. Okay, but in this game, until you do it in the Memphis uniform, Saturdays in the fall, that's when we'll know who's who and who can do what and all that type of stuff. So, you know, we feel good about where we're going right now, but you play football 365 days a year to be graded on 12 of them. You know what I mean? So those 353 days really mean nothing until you show up and do those 12 days when there's actually a game. That's what everything is judged upon. So that's what we got to get. That's what we're going to find out. That's what we got to get our guys to.
With Cortez, I mean, how far has he come in terms of like just learning the playbook and what he needs?
You know, it's been pretty impressive. It really has. It really has. You know, we have our receivers play all three positions. We kind of just told him to focus on the one. And I think that's really helped him. Coach Smith's done a great job spending as much extra time as he can with them. But he's done a really good job picking up the playbook. I know B. Lou spends time with him. They got the past history of picking up. But I haven't really noticed a whole lot like he's messing up routes or he's running the wrong play or he's asking while the play is being called from the side what he's supposed to do. So he's done a good job in that. You know, he's an older kid, a mature kid, so a professional type kid. So he understands the importance of the first thing he had to do was learn what all these words meant, and then he can let his experience and football skills take over.
Do you think there'll be like a ramp up with him, or do you think he's good to go?
He'll be, he's in the rotation, so he's good to go.
How have you seen that history, you know, with the quarterback kind of expedite his comfortability?
Yeah, I think it's been good. I think they're on the same page when they're running routes. They have their own little language they can communicate with, and then him and B. Lou spend time together. You know, B. Lou's in that office as much as we are almost. So Cortez is in there with him. He has brings a lot of guys in there with him when he's studying film, when he's watching film, and that's part of the plan. As to we have to expedite the situation of getting to know each other, me and him, getting to know his teammates, getting to know his receivers, so we're all speaking the same language. That's how you get the lack of experience of playing together picked up, so we're ready to go come Saturday.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate you guys.